Ellen. I'm the daughter of Herbert Daniel Stearns and Myra Hadassah Aronson Stearns. My parents were two completely different individuals. My dad was born and raised in Maine and was a total Yankee. My mom was a New Yorker and frenetic and outgoing, while my dad was relatively reserved. They met right after my mother's last year in college. He took them out to dinner together one night and bought them steak and then left Daddy to take my mother back to camp. And he stopped and parked on the Hinckley Bridge and he said to her, "I'm going to marry you." And she said, "You're crazy." And he said, "I am. I'm crazy about you." And in January, they were married. My mother scandalized everybody by enrolling in courses at Colby College and hiring somebody to come in and make dinner and serve it so she could go to school. This was not appropriate in Waterville, Maine. And we also had to go out every single Sunday and toss a football around, because Daddy played football in college, and there's no question he would have liked a male football player. None of us were terrific at football, I can tell you that. I don't understand football to this day, but I can remember him with a pencil at the television trying to make me understand. But my parents were very involved in our lives in a way not all parents were then. We went because it was a Zionist camp, and my parents wanted us to know Jews, who I thought came out only in the summer. But the camp had these sophisticated kids from New York and from Canada and from New Orleans, urban kids, that I just learned so much from. And I used to spend my whole summer reading everybody's school reading lists. And Marcia and I now wonder what people thought when they saw this conglomeration of, 2 white parents, 3 white children, and an African-American, they didn't know who. And no one ever understood this relationship. Yes, she helped in the house, but she was a part of the family. She and my mother did things together. Like, she liked to sleep in the morning. She never, except when my parents were on a buying trip in New York and physically not there, she never got up before we went to school. There was a Top Tens hit show on Friday night where they'd do a countdown of what was on, and so we knew all those songs, and they used to dance around the kitchen. And Chris had a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous voice. She sang in the church choir. I would say, in addition to my parents' liberal politics, when you live through the civil rights movement with a black person in your house, you internalize it in a way that nobody else in Waterville, Maine was internalizing it. I can remember going on a civil rights march in Portland with Chris, just the two of us. I was allowed to not go to school. I can remember watching Martin Luther King on television with her. All I remember about my kindergarten was I won a prize for drawing the best picture of the UN, a box of crayons. I don't think I've won a prize since, certainly not for drawing. I was born with some feminist gene. I didn't like any books that didn't have girls as protagonists, which meant that I ran out of books in the children's room fairly fast, since most books did have boys. I loved everything about school and learning. I mean, I was a good student. I learned from my own kids that in a lot of ways I was a lousy student because I wasn't a particularly creative thinker. I was very good at memorizing things, at synthesizing things. I was good at writing and putting things together, but I realize now I didn't do a lot of original thinking. I was perfect to go to law school. My favorite political science professor conned me into going to law school because I was graduating in 1969 and it was the height of feminism, and he said it would be a waste to go to graduate school in an academic subject, that I had a duty to go to law school and represent women. When I think back now, because we got married over winter break, right after he got out of the Army. We had seen each other like twice maybe in 3 years. Now it seems like a crazy, crazy thing to do. But we've been married 47 and a half years. So I went to an interview and I was hired on the spot as the second woman in the city solicitor's office. They had one African-American lawyer, and they literally seated us in cubicles diagonally across from each other. So if they were touring the office, their two minorities could be easily seen together. I was at work first thing in the morning and my phone rang, and it was my infertility doctor's office saying, "Would you like a baby?" I said, "Excuse me?" And they said, "Do you want a baby?" And I said, "Is it born yet?" And they said, "I don't know, call this number." A secretary came into the room and said, "The birth mother has gone into labor." Trying to adopt from maybe since the time you were 2, a second time, and it was not nearly as easy. Nobody was just calling us up and offering us a baby. But when you were 5.5, we finally got the call that we had a daughter. And she came home and everything was terrific. And then our life for years was raising kids and working, because we both worked full time. We took some great vacations. We had a bar mitzvah and a bat mitzvah that were both extremely special. And so now we've embarked on being active grandparents, which I really like. We now get to see multiple times a week and watch grow up and really know. Computers are definitely the major daily change. And, you know, I'm only minimally proficient, I think. And I was lucky enough to have a secretary the whole time I was working. Now lawyers pretty much do their own typing, which would have been horrible for me. Then we listened to whatever you guys were listening to, and I got an education, and for a while I was very cool because you were so avant-garde. Kate was more pop-oriented. But as soon as you were out of the house, I no longer knew what was going on anywhere. I feel like I had an incredibly lucky life. I had 2 fantastic, involved parents who adored us and made it clear. I knew I was lucky, and I was lucky that I had a happy marriage. I was lucky to be able to adopt kids because I desperately wanted kids. I was lucky to adopt the kids I had. I feel like I grew tremendously because neither of you are like me at all. And I just had to learn about all new things. And our neighbor across the street once said to me, "I think you guys are such terrific parents because you figure out what your kids want to do and let them do it. I spend all my time figuring out what I want my kids to do and make them do it." I think our way worked a lot better. Despite, obviously, I wouldn't have chosen to lose my parents so young. The saddest thing in my life is that they never knew you kids. I'm so grateful I'm alive to know what will probably be my only grandchild. But mostly, I feel that I have lucked out all the way around. The morning I had my heart attack was the morning Bush won his second election against Gore. My son had been wildly involved in politics for the first time ever, and had really been taking it seriously and was totally invested. And the election was called so late, we finally went to bed. The alarm went off. We heard that Bush had won, and I promptly started vomiting. I remember some of being in the ER. I remember very little of the ambulance ride. I do not remember the surgery at all until I woke up that night in the CCU, where I had a male nurse from Maine all night trying to keep me from moving and dislodging the stent. Well, I definitely blame Bush for this. All right, so anyway, camp mode. And I don't know if you can put this in your video since I can't sing, but the song I used to sing you when you were kids that you thought was so shocking was, "Here we sit writing letter after letter to the boys in the city who are really so much better than the boys out here who are really pretty shitty, so take me back to the boys in the city." Which, of course, made a lot of sense to my friends and none to me since I was going back to Waterville, Maine, where the boys were pretty shitty for a different reason. But I always say to your father that I fell in love with him because he was the first male I met who was smarter than I, which is not really true. But